Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. So we have some really good news in regards to the wrap on the Ram. We've had no issues with it peeling up on any of the edges or bubbling, or any other issues that may happen with a wrap have not happened with this material. So that means we can proceed with the rest of the truck. So that is good news, but we do have other stuff to do today, so Lego. Heyo, there is the Silverado we have been looking for. So we need to be in the driver's seat of that truck. And just like that, Chevy Nation, welcome back to the channel. We are in the driver's seat of the Silverado. And here she is in her glory, I believe it's a 2008 Silverado. I could be right, but I could also be wrong. No, this is not a new addition to my fleet of vehicles, although that would be pretty sick because I love this generation of the Silverado. Although I am in the market for a new Chevy, a new to me Chevy. I'm currently on the hunt for a second gen Tahoe, a Z71 between the year of 2001 and 2005 or 2006, I believe they ran to on that generation. We'll do all kinds of cool stuff with the Tahoe when I find the right one. So Chevy Nation, coming to a vlog near you, but in the meantime, we are doing a full body wrap on this second gen Silverado. This is a friend of a friend's truck who left this with me for the weekend to do a full body wrap going from this black to a satin dark gray. Now, if your first assumption was, oh wow, he bought another truck, well, you wouldn't be wrong to assume that given the amount of vehicles I've had in the last 2 years alone. But Chevy Nation, we do have some cool content coming to a channel near you. So if you guys have not already, go ahead and hit that like button because, well, it just seems like the right thing to do. Poor Civic has not been moved in about 2 weeks, so please start, please start, please start. And of course we have a full tank of gas on the dash. You guys already know how we do, and a Hawaii plate right in front of us, aloha. Well, if this doesn't go to show how long I haven't driven this car, I don't know what does, because that is a spider that has created a web inside of the car. Little downshift and send it! Another downshift for the win. VTEC kicks! If anybody can help me understand why I lost a bunch of power when putting the new MagnaFlow exhaust on my Civic Si, because I don't really understand how that works. I guess Civic SIs need more back pressure, but I don't know. Now, it is no surprise that this car has spent the majority of its life in the direct sunlight pretty much every single day, as the previous owner that I bought it from kept it in the driveway every single day. That being said, there are a lot of areas where the paint is, well, it's pretty much gone. The window tint is also, well, it's not in the best shape of its life. It's kind of faded out in a lot of areas. There's weird spotting all over it. This tint is pretty much as old as the car from what I've been told. Straight from Kentucky, we have some pre-cut window tint from Precision Films. We're gonna be installing on the Civic just as soon as we remove the old tint, which is gonna be a very experimental process. Man, it is like Christmas. In this box we have a new tripod because my last tripod broke. It comes in a carrying case. No way. That I had no idea. What? Amazon Basics hooking it up. This thing was $25.99. I am pretty excited to install the tint on this car because I am going with a shade I have never done before. We are doing 2% on the back portion of the Civic and 15% on the front two roll-ups, which will also be pretty cool to compare the Ram with the Civic, as the Ram has 5% limo all the way around, including over the factory pigmented glass. Civic will have 15% on the front two roll-ups, which is a very curious thing for a lot of people if they should go with a 5% or a 15%. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, first let's try to remove some window tint. According to YouTube, all I'm gonna need is a cutting tool, plastic scrapers, a garbage bag, preferably in black, and some simple green. All right, so step number one, we're gonna lay the garbage bag over the outside of the window so we can cut it out to shape, so when we lay it inside we don't have a bunch of bunching. Now with our simple green, we are going to drown the back window. Oh my gosh, it smells so bad with the heat. And then we are gonna quickly put the garbage bag on top of the glass. Oh my gosh, it smells so bad. Why won't you stay? All right, so luckily I have a respirator, but this garbage bag will not stick. I don't know what to do. It just won't stick. We're gonna try plan B. We're just gonna rip the window tint off the window. Hopefully it works. So far, this is not going according to plan whatsoever. I'm also officially lightheaded from hotboxing the inside of the car with Simple Green, but the window tint is not coming off anywhere near one piece. It's coming off really bad. So what we should do is probably go home and use the heat gun to remove the rest of the film. There's also some really stubborn glue left behind, so we probably need to stop at the store and pick up some steel wool. All right, so I left my face masks in the truck. So all I have with me right now is a respirator. So we are going into Home Depot wearing a respirator. The inside of the car still reeks like Simple Green, but we have our steel wool. We also bought a brass stripping brush. Hopefully this does work. If that doesn't, also I'm not sure if it will or will not scratch the glass. I'm gonna try it in a really small area first just to make sure. Also, I bought a plant and it doesn't fit in the car, so thankfully we have a sunroof. So we haven't made much progress yet, but now we have a heat gun, so this should help us out quite a bit. Stuff is near impossible to remove. It's like part of the glass at this point. One thing I came to the realization of is that all this left behind isn't even residue. It's actually still the film. So I think the tinted part is laid on top of the clear part. Essentially that means that the tint isn't even coming off the window. Well, it wouldn't be a proper video without at least having to take one trip back to the store. This is our second trip though, so the garbage bag technique didn't work. The steel wool did not work. The plastic scraper tool did not work. So we're gonna need something a little more intense. We are here at Ace Hardware. And just like that, we have our scraper of choice. We are using a metal razor scraper, which isn't gonna be ideal because the back window is curved, but as long as we're careful, we should be okay. Also, I'm probably the only one that can spend 25 minutes in the store picking a razor blade setup. I give up, I quit, I forfeit. We are taking the car down to the professionals to have them remove it with ease. Explain to the people what the process is of removing window tint, because I did it all wrong, clearly.
Yeah, you messed it up. Bad.
I messed it up bad, huh?
Yeah. Now I'm fixing it for you.
I appreciate that.
Steamer should help, but now it's not working.
The steamer works great. It is out of water. But yeah, the steamer gets it off a lot better than I used a heat gun. A heat gun and a razor blade. Didn't work very well. Is there ever a time where the tint comes off with the steamer and no residue is left behind?
Sometimes. Everything depends on the film.
It's bad film on this car, huh?
Old, actually.
Oh yeah, it's probably as old as the car.
Yeah, old.
Ooh, this thing is hot. And just like that, in the matter of 20 minutes, all of the rest of the tint has been removed, which took me hours and hours to get to that point. Took a professional less than 20 minutes, which is why I decided to go straight back to the shop to get the window tint removed because, man. Now, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to install the window tint tonight because it's a little bit too windy and we're also losing sunlight rather quickly as well. So with those two things being said, the window tint is not going to be installed tonight, but it will be very, very soon. There are a lot of variables that can ruin a proper window tinting job. The slightest gust of wind can kick up dirt, debris, dust that your naked eye can't even see. When it lands between the layer of glass and the film, can ruin the entire job. There are a ton of variables that can make a window tint job go south, which is why I never pursued doing window tinting as a career. I don't enjoy doing it every single day. I enjoy doing vinyl wrap and auto detailing, but there is so much stress involved with doing window tint that I just had no interest in doing it at all. Now, of course, doing a proper wrap job is gonna be very prep intensive as well. I don't know if that's a term or a thing anyone has ever said, but prep intensive is now a thing. So I'm starting the trend right now. But yeah, with window tint, it is not forgiving whatsoever. There is a lot that can go wrong and you have to be in a very controlled environment. And even then, there's still a lot that can go wrong. And all glass is different. You just never know what you're gonna get. And I'm sure with time comes experience, but at the same time, like I said, I don't enjoy doing it like I do auto detailing and vinyl wrapping. So therefore, I just don't choose to do it every single day as my source of income. I'll do it on my car, my truck, friends' cars, friends' trucks, but every single day to put food in my mouth, it's just not gonna happen. It is just not it for me. Unfortunately, the window tint, it's going on soon, but not today. This might sound kind of strange, but I'm sure some of you guys can relate. I think some cars look better without window tint than with, and I think this car is rocking the fishbowl quite well, but don't worry, we are tinting it. We don't like being seen from every angle, but you know, it doesn't look bad. It actually does not look that bad. That's all I have for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will catch you guys on the next one. Till then, peace out.